Dear students, let us solve the Science Model Question Paper 2nd given by KSEB. Now let us start the physics part A. Come to the first main question. 4 alternatives are given for each of the following questions in complete statements. Choose the correct alternative and write the complete answer along with its letter of alphabet. So, 1 marks question, 4 questions are there. The first multiple choice question. The source of energy in nuclear power reactor is. What is that question? The source of energy in nuclear power reactor. Here the 4 options are A. Nuclear fission reaction, B. Exothermic chemical reaction, C. Nuclear fusion reaction, and D. Controlled nuclear fission chain reaction. Here option D is the answer. What is that? Controlled nuclear fission chain reaction. That is the nuclear fuel or source of energy in nuclear power reactor. Then the second question. Which of the following is not a property of magnetic lines? Which of the following is not a property of magnetic lines? Option A. Magnetic field lines are dense near poles. It is a property of magnetic lines because magnetic field lines are dense near poles, because near the poles magnetic strength is maximum, so the field lines are dense. Magnetic field lines are closed loops. This is also property of magnetic lines. Then magnetic field lines intersect each other. You know that magnetic field lines do not intersect each other, so it is said that they intersect each other, so it is not a property. The fourth one, magnetic field lines emerge from north pole and merge at the south pole. All these are the properties of magnetic lines, and this is not a property of magnetic lines because the magnetic field lines do not intersect each other. So you take the answer C. C is the answer, that is magnetic field lines intersect each other. Then you take the third one. What is that question? The work done in moving a charge of 2 coulomb across 2 points having a potential difference 12 volt is. Here you know that. Then what is the relation among the potential difference, charge and work done? You know that potential difference is equals to work done in bringing a 1 coulomb of charge, that is W by Q. So therefore you can have that W is equals to V into Q, that is work done is V, that is 12 volt, and Q is 2 coulomb, that is 12 2s are 24 Vc, that is equals to what? 24 joules of work. 24 joules of work is done here. How much work is done? 24 joules of work is done. Therefore you write the answer. Answer is A, that is 24 joule. Then you take fourth question. Correct way of using electrical appliances in domestic electric circuit is. First one is connecting electrical appliances in series. It is not a correct way of using electrical appliance. Using an electrical appliance of 800 watt power in 5A electric circuit, it is also not fair. Connecting main fuse to electrical appliances in parallel, it is okay. Using an electrical appliance of 2 kilowatt power in 5 amps electric current is also not correct way of using electrical appliances. So here you can write the answer C, connecting main fuse to electrical appliances in parallel. Next, let us come to the short answer type question. That is fifth question. objective type questions. State Fleming's left hand rule. So what is the statement of the Fleming's left hand rule? You write the statement. Stretch the forefinger, central finger and the thumb of the left hand mutually perpendicular to each other. If the forefinger points in the direction of the magnetic field, the central finger in the direction of current, then the thumb points in the direction of force on the conductor. You know that Fleming's left hand rule is the motor rule. That is the motor rule. So stretch the forefinger, central finger and the thumb of the left hand mutually perpendicular to each other. If the forefinger points in the direction of the magnetic field, the central finger in the direction of current, then the thumb points in the direction of force on the conductor. That is the statement of Fleming's left hand rule. Then name the lens that always produces erect, diminished and virtual image. So you write the answer that concave lens always produces erect, diminished and virtual image. Convex lens gives the erect image only in one case, that is when the object is between optical center and principal focus, but concave lens gives always erect, diminished and virtual image. So you write the answer. Concave lens always produces erect, diminished and virtual image. Then 2 marks question. Draw the diagram of the electric circuit used to study Ohm's law. Label voltmeter. Here, see, this is the circuit, electric circuit. It is a diagram of the electric circuit used to study Ohm's law, and voltmeter is, here is a voltmeter. Label voltmeter. This is the voltmeter. Here only one we have to label voltmeter. That is the 2 marks question. Here. Then next question, let us take the 8th question. Question number 8. Biomass is a renewable source of energy. Justify this statement with suitable reasons. What is that question? Biomass is renewable source of energy. Justify this statement with suitable reasons. You know that renewable source of energy means that can be used again and again and it will not get end. So you will get this unlimited supply. So you write the answer. Biomass is a renewable source of energy because of the following reasons. That is, what is biomass? Animal and plant wastes are called biomass, which can be used as a source of energy. These sources can be harnessed into energy so long as the earth derives its heat and light from the sun, or so long as the present solar system exists. So, as there is continuous supply of energy from the biomass, therefore you can say that biomass is a renewable source of energy. That is, what is biomass? Animal and plant wastes are called biomass, which can be used as a source of energy. These sources can be harnessed into energy so long as the earth derives heat and light from the sun, or so long as the present solar system exists. That is the reason why biomass is a renewable source of energy. Now the 4th main question. Answer the following questions 3 into 3, that is 3 marks question. 3 questions are there. The first question, ninth question is, draw the ray diagram to show the formation of image by a convex lens when the object is placed beyond 2f1. Beyond 2f1, mention the position and nature of the image with help of the diagram. Here f1 means principal focus of the convex lens. 2f1 means that is double of the focal length, that is at the center of curvature C. C is equals to 2f1. Now let us observe the ray diagram and also let us write the position and nature of the image with the help of the ray diagram. Children, observe the ray diagram to show the image formation when the object is beyond 2f1. Here the image forms between f2 and 2f2. Image forms between f2 and 2f2 means that is between the principal focus and center of curvature. And what is the size of the image? That is smaller than the object, that is the diminution image, and it is real and inverted image. It is real and inverted. So you write the position of the image, position between f2 and 2f2, nature, that is real and inverted, real and inverted, size diminished, that is smaller than the object, that is when the object is beyond 2f1. Beyond 2f1, the image forms between f2 and 2f2. It is smaller than the object, that is the diminished image, and position is you got here, that is between f2 and 2f2, and it is real and inverted image. Now the second 3 marks question, that is 10th question. What is electric current? Mention the use of battery in an electric circuit. Write the factors on which the resistance of conductor depends. 3 questions are there. First you write what is electric current. The electric current is defined as the rate of flow of electric charges through any section of conductor. The electric current is defined as the rate of flow of electric charges through any section of a conductor. So you can write electric current equals charge by time, charge divided by time, that is I is equals to Q by T. I is equals to Q by T. So first part is over. Second, mention the use of battery in an electric circuit. In an electric circuit, battery is used as a source of producing steady current or source of producing direct current. It is source of electric current in an electric circuit. That battery produces steady current, that is direct current. That is the answer for the second part. Next, then write the factors on which the resistance of a conductor depends. So you write that at a constant temperature, resistance of a conductor depends upon the following factor. First one, length of the conductor. Second one, area of cross section. Third one, nature of the material. So how the resistance depends on the length of the conductor? You can write that resistance R of a conductor is directly proportional to its length. That is R is proportional to L, you can write. And second, how it depends on area of cross section. That is resistance R of a conductor is inversely proportional to its area of cross section. That is R is proportional to 1 by A, or R is inversely proportional to A. R is inversely proportional to A means R is proportional to 1 by A, that you can write. Next, nature of the material. That is different materials are having different resistance. So it depends upon the nature of the material. The next about the 11th question, that is also 3 marks question. An electric lamp whose resistance is 20 ohm, and a conductor of 4 ohm are connected in series to a 6 volt battery. Find the current through the circuit and the potential difference across the electrical lamp and conductor. So here you know the relation among V, R and I. V, R and I. So one more OR question is there, choice question is there. A copper wire has diameter of 0.5 mm and resistivity of 1.6 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. What should be the length of this wire to make its resistance 10 ohm? Here first let us solve the first question. That is, question is here this one. An electric lamp whose resistance is 20 ohm and conductor of 4 ohm resistance are connected in series. So let us have the solution. So you take the solution. Here what are given? Resistance of electric lamp and a conductors are given. So you take, let R1 equals 20 ohm, that is a resistance of electric lamp, and R2 equals 4 ohm, that is the resistance of a conductor. And here potential difference is given. You take, that is V is equals to 6 volt. And what you have to find out here? Current through the circuit. I equals question mark. Now here the electric lamp and conductor are connected in series. The electric lamp whose resistance is 20 ohm and the conductor is of 4 ohm are connected in series. You know that in series connection the total resistance is equals to R is equals to R1 plus R2, that equals what? 20 plus 4 equals 24 ohms. Here you got the resistance of the circuit is equals to 24 ohm as the connection is in series. So you got it is 24 ohm. Now you know the relation among the potential difference V, electric current I and the resistance R according to Ohm's law. You know that I is equals to V by R. I is equals to V by R. And what is V? V is 6 volt. 6 volt. R is 24 ohm. 24 ohm. And that you know 6 ones are 6 fours are 1 by 4 amps. That equals, you know, 1 divided by 4 you will get here 4 twos are 8 and that will get 0.25 amps. So what is the electric current in the circuit? The current through the circuit is how much? 0.25 amperes of current is flowing through the circuit. And here as there is series connection, same current is flowing through both the electric lamp and conductor, and by using that relation we can find the potential difference across electrical lamp and also potential difference across conductor. So you take to find potential difference across electric lamp. And here what is the resistance of the electric lamp? It is given that is 20 ohm. So you take R is equals to 20 ohm. R is equals to 20 ohm. Current is 0.25 amps. Same current flows through the series appliances. So you take I is equals to 0.25A, both through electric clamp and through the conductor 0.25 amps of current flows. So you take I is equals to 0.25A. Then what you have to find out? Potential difference across electric clamp, that is V is equals to question mark, and you know that V is equals to R into I, that is R is 20 and I is 0.25, and you know that 25 to the 50, you will get here 500, that is 5 volt, you will get 5 volts, 5.00 you will get, that is 25 into 20 is 500, and the decimal point is after 2 digits, so you will get 5.00, then it is 5 volts. Then to find the potential difference across the conductor, now you take the resistance of a conductor, that is 4 ohm. So you take to find potential difference across the conductor, again you take R is equals to 4 ohm, it is given. Then I is current, that is same 0.25A. Then V equals question mark. So you take same formula, V is equals to R into I, that is R is 4, current is same 0.25 amps, and you know that 25 4s are 100, that is 1.00, 1.1 volt. How much you will get? That is 1 volt, that is 4 ohm into, you take 4 into 25, that is 1 volt. Here potential difference across the conductor is 1 volt, potential difference across the electric lamp is 5 volt, and across the electric lamp is this 5 volt, and across the conductor is 1 volt. Now you take the OR question. What is given here? A copper wire has diameter 0.5 mm. So you take, that is D equals 0.5 mm. Here you have to find the area of the cross section. To find the area of the cross section, R is required. That is, you know, the formula to find the area of the cross section is pi r square. Then R equals what? That is D by 2 equals 0.5 by 2. So you will get, that is 0.25 mm. Then here the resistivity is in ohm meter, so you must convert this into meter, then you multiply it by 10 into 100. Why you have to multiply it by 10 into 100? Because you know that 10 millimeter equals 1 centimeter and 100 centimeter equals 1 meter. So 10 into 100 millimeter equals 1 meter. Then it becomes 0.25 into 1, 2, 3, 10 power minus 3, it becomes minus 3 m, or you can write it as 25 into 10 power minus 5 meter. 25 into 10 power minus 5 meter. Then resistivity is given, that is rho 1.6 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. What we have to find out? We have to find the length of the wire to make its resistance 10 ohm. Then you take R is equals to 10 ohm. And what you have to find out? We have to find out L. L equals question mark. Then you write the relation among this rho R L, and area of the cross section is to be find out here. Before that, before writing the L, you write area of the cross section, that is equals to A equals pi r square. Pi you take 3.14 into r square, that is r square is 25 into 10 power minus 5 whole square. That becomes 3.14 into 25 into 25 into 10 power minus 5 into 2. So you'll get 10 power minus 10. 10 power minus 10 m square you will get. Now again you write here L equals question mark. That you have to write that L equals question mark. Then relation among all these four. Relation among all these four. What is that relation? You know that R is equals to rho into L by A. Then what you have to find out? That is, here we have to find out L. So you interchange LHS and RHS. L by A into rho equals R. Then L equals what? L equals R into A by rho. R into A by rho. That equals R is what? R is 10. Oh, 10. A you write this one. 3.14 into 25 into 25 into 10 power minus 10, that divided by what? That is rho, it is given how much? 1.6 into 10 power minus 8. 1.6 into 10 power minus 8. Then here, then you write 10 into 3.14, you can write 31.4 into 25 into 25 by 1.6 into 10 power minus 8. You take it down, 10 power 10 it becomes. If it is taken down, it becomes 10 power 10. Then it equals 31.4. You can remove the decimal point here. You can convert it as 3.14 into 25 into 25 by 16 you can write into 10 power minus 8 into 10 power 10, that is 10 power 10 minus 8. So you will get 10 power 2. Then it is equals to, you can divide by 2. 2 8s are 2 1s are 11, that is 2 5s are 2 7s are. Again it becomes 157 into 25 into 25, that divided by 8 into 100. 10 square means 100. Again 25 ones are 25 fours are. Then you will get here that equals, you would find the product of these two. That is 157 into 25. 25 sevens are 175. 17, because 25 8s are 200, so 25 7s are 175, 7, 25 5s are 125, that becomes 7 plus 5 12, that is 142. So you write 2 here, 4 carry, 25 ones are 25 plus 25, that you will get 39. So you got 3925. 3925. That divided by 8 fours are 32. 32. Then you divide it by 32. 3925 divided by 32. 32 ones are 32. Then what is remaining here? 7 2. Then you can take 32 twos are 64. Here what is remaining? 8. 8 and 5, and again 32 2s you can take 64. 5 minus 4 1, 8 minus 6 2, 2 1. You put point here and take 0 here. Then it becomes 210 means you can take 6. 6 2s are 12 minus 1, 6 3s are 18 plus 1, 19. So 10 minus 2 is 8. And here 10 minus 9 1, so 18 you got. Again you can have 32 5s. 32 5s is 160. 20 you will get 0. Again you can have 6. 6 is how much? 192. Here you got 192. Here also you write 192. That is 8. Again you can have 8 0 32 2s. So you will get 122.6562 meter. So L equals how much you got? 122.6562 meter. That is the length of the wire to make its resistance 10 ohm is approximately this much. L equals 122.6562 meter. Now you come to the fifth main question, that is answer the following question. 4 marks question, one question is there, that is also choice question. The question is, state the laws of refraction of light. Different media have different refractive index y. The refractive index of glass is 1.5. What is the meaning of this statement? Now let us answer the first question, that is state the law of refraction of light. So we write that the following are the laws of refraction of light. First law is the incident ray, the refracted ray and the normal to the interface of the two transparent media at the point of incidence all lie on the same plane. What is the statement of the first law? The incident ray, the refracted ray and the normal to the interface of the two transparent media at the point of incidence all lie on the same plane. And the second law, the ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant for the light of a given color and for the given pair of media. The statement of the second law is the ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant for the light of a given color and for the given pair of media. So you write that sin I by sin R equals constant. Sin I by sin R equals constant. And the sub question, you got the answer for this question. Different media have different refractive index y. Here you write different media has different refractive index because refractive index depends upon the relative speed of light in different media. Speed of light depends upon density. Different media are having different density. As the density changes, speed of light also changes. So as the relative speed of propagation of light changes, refractive index also changes. You know that different media are having different density. So the speed of light changes from medium to medium. So the relative speed of propagation of light also changes. As the relative speed of propagation of light changes, refractive index also changes. Refractive index also changes. Then the third part, the refractive index of glass is 1.5. What is the meaning of this statement? What is the meaning of this statement? You write that the refractive index of glass is 1.5. This means that the ratio of the speed of light in air and the speed of light in glass is equals to 1.5. So you write that speed of light in air by speed of light in glass equals what? 1.5. The refractive index of glass is 1.5 means that the ratio of the speed of light in air and the speed of light in glass is equals to 1.5. That is speed of light in air by speed of light in glass equals 1.5. So you got the answer for the first one. Here you got Answer for this, and also answer for this. Next, let us take the choice question. A concave lens of focal length 15 cm forms an image 10 cm from the lens. How far is the object placed from the lens? Find the magnification produced by the lens. With the help of this, mention the nature of the image. Here, the focal length is given, that is 15 cm. F you take. Then, image distance is given, that is V is equals to 10 cm. And object distance is to be find out. And also we have to find the magnification. Next, nature of the image. All these things to be written here. Now, then you take the focal length. Focal length of a concave lens is taken as negative. So, write the solution. The symbol for the focal length is F, that is minus 15 cm, that is for the concave lens. The next, image distance is given, that is V equals 10 cm, that is we take minus 10 cm. As it is virtual image, you take it as negative, then V is equals to minus 10 cm. Then what you have to find out here? We have to find the object distance. U equals question mark. U equals question mark. Then you write the lens formula. What is the lens formula? 1 by V minus 1 by U equals 1 by F. Then you write, here we have to find out U. So you transfer that. 1 by V minus 1 by F equals 1 by U, because you have to find out U, so you take it separately. Then 1 by V is 1 by minus 10 minus 1 by minus 15, that equals 1 by U. Then it becomes 1 by minus 10, minus of minus becomes plus, plus 1 by 15 equals 1 by U. Then it becomes, here you can take it as minus 1 by 10. So you write 1 by 15 minus 1 by 10 equals minus 1 by 10 equals 1 by U. Then you take the LCM. Take the LCM of 15 and 10. So first prime number is 2, so you divide it by 2. Write 15 as it is, 2 5s are. The next prime number is 3, 3 5s are. 5 you write as it is, then it is 5 1s are 1s are. So the product of these 3 becomes 30. 2 into 5 is 3 into 5 is 15, 15 2s are 30. So you write it is 30. LCM of 15 and 30, 15 and 10 is 30. So 15 2s are 1 2s are 2, 10 3s are. So it is 1 3s are 2 minus 3 equals 1 by U. Then 2 minus 3 is minus 1 by 30 equals 1 by U. So you will get, therefore you got that 1 by U is equals to minus 1 by 30. Then U is equals to, you will get minus 30. U equals minus 30 centimeter. The object distance is how much? Therefore you write object distance is 30 centimeter. Next, what we have to find out? We have to find the magnification. Then you know that magnification is equals to what? That is V by U, image distance by object distance. So you write magnification. Magnification equals V by U. V is, you know, that is the image distance. Image distance is minus 10 centimeter minus 10 centimeter and you got minus 30 centimeter, then it becomes 1 by 3. So if you divide 1 by 3, that becomes 0.33 is 9, again 1 3, so you will get 3 repeating, so you write 0.33. and here you got this is minus, this is minus, so minus by minus becomes it is plus, so plus 1 by 3, that is plus 0.33 you got. As it is positive, the image is virtual and erect, means it lies above the principal axis, that is erect image, and it is virtual image. As it is positive, it is virtual image because it lies in front of the lens, which cannot be caught on the screen. Therefore you can say the nature of the image is erect and virtual. So you got the answer here. The object image distance is 30 centimeter. So you write image distance 30 centimeter, and the magnification is plus 0.33, and it is erect and virtual image as it is positive. Here you got minus by minus, which becomes positive.